Hello, I want to give an I told you so. I've been saying this for a long time. First, there was a video. We talked about this guy, YellowFlash 2, who made videos a year ago. Nintendo won't thank people for busting their windows. Japan won't get woke. In other words, they won't get feminist. Feminists won't incur. This is what this guy is too scared to say. Let's see. And of course, now this one, Japanese creators want Western Puritans banned from anime. Puritans are feminists who want to deny men their pleasure. They're not Puritan at all. I've always said that too. But this one a month ago, Japan bends the knee. Wow. Wow. This guy, you see, I told this guy long ago this would happen. So he has all these, look, we don't care about what you want. Japanese anime producer tells Twitter Puritans to F off politely. No, again, he's this coward. I can't stand him. I just can't stand him. But as you can see, YellowFlash has got another one, very recent. This will destroy manga creativity. Love Hina creator slams new Japanese gender equality guidelines. Now, we'll actually get at the article and ignore this guy, YellowFlash, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to give you an I told you so, right? So let's see, from this article, Nichiban, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government has released plans for promoting gender equality, drawing concerns of censorship of anime and manga. Gender equality, I suspect it just means men are not going to be able to draw what they want to draw. As reported by YellowFlash, the comprehensive plan for the promotion of gender equality was presented earlier this week after a consultation phase concerning its contents concluded in November 16th. Ultimately, the stated goal of the plan is to eliminate all forms of violence between men and women. In other words, all these anime you love where some disgusting female villain gets her face punched, they'll be gone. However, outspoken man creator has expressed concerns. Wow, he's always concerns over a document's vague definitions. He should be expressed like outrage that they're going to censor men from expressing themselves, period. And he's just talking about vague definitions of potential chilling effects on free expression. Guys always do this. They always go this free expression route. They never stand up for themselves as men, as a sex, ever. And they never express that this is a sexual attack on them from the opposite sex. This includes the international perspective on sexual and violent expression and the freedom not to be exposed to offensive expressions from media or public spaces. Now, these people go to horror films. These women go to horror films. The Saw movies had women torn apart. They're just against men from expressing it. Let's see. Akamatsu's largest concern came over the plan's aforementioned international perspective on sexual violence. Yes, meaning that those following these guidelines will subject themselves to Western standards of acceptable content. Did you hear that, YellowFlash? And all you coping channels. I thought Japan would never kneel to the West. They are. And that's why, where was this one? That's only a month old. That's why he has it in question marks, because he doesn't want to blatantly show how wrong he was, what a coping channel he is. Let's see. Let's see, meaning that those following guidelines, okay, content, as things stand right now, this plan exists as and remains as mere suggestions which haven't been codified Japanese law. I'm sorry, they don't need to. The fact that the Japanese government, not just the industry, not just the anime industry, the Japanese government is talking about it, shows you that Japan is just made up of a bunch of men and women, like here in the West, and men and women worldwide think the same way. The women in Japan are the same as the women in the UK. The men in Japan are the same as the men in Australia. All the men hear what women say, and it doesn't have to be a majority of women. It just has to be a conspicuous, united front of a good chunk of women, and they listen and they do whatever they want. They pander to them. This is the third time Akamatsu has expressed his concern over censorship of anime and manga. In 2020, he stated over the manga being regulated by overseas standards while praising Japan's freedom of expression. These comments came after speaking in Japanese to the Japanese Diet, Japan's legislature. In 2021, Akamatsu spoke at an online conference saying how if you don't go abroad, the political correctness, okay, these guys can never say it. It's feminism. Problem isn't a battle at all. Oh, really? If you don't go abroad, the problem isn't a battle at all? He also stated his own belief in the series that sold themselves as politically correct would not sell much. So this guy is, no different than the guys over here. He's saying, oh, just don't go somewhere. You see, we're different here, but they aren't different there. Akamatsu, you're completely wrong. All the men in Japan are the same as the men in South Korea, the same as the men in North Africa. They all bend the knees. He's coping. Last month, the Japanese Communist Party came under fire for similar statements in the party's official platform. After criticism, however, the JCP quickly claimed that their intention is not to make any legal changes to free expression, including dedicating themselves to creating a culture shift away from such content. Well, how would you stop? If you're going to try and shift it away, how would they do that? The artists that want to do it would have to be censored. Okay. Oh my God. Look at this guy. He's got it right. Gender equality is female supremacy. Finally, thank you, Calcano or Calcano. I don't know if that's an L. Calcano. I told you the SJWs are taking over Japan. No, Ramses, Emus, they are feminists. Say it. It took a while, but it was obvious. Thank you. Stop supporting Japanese creators now. You have been warned. It's obvious, but these guys are too scared to say who it's doing it. He also stated his own belief the series sold themselves as politically correct, but not sell much. This is exactly what happened with such superhero comics with the reality of, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they sell. Look, it doesn't matter that they sell. What it matters is that these artists don't get to show like a Shonos protagonist smashing a female villain in the face. That's what it's about. They don't want women getting beat up by men, even in a fantasy. So, well, I knew this was coming because anyone who had wants to admit the truth of what's happening could see it coming. Because again, I'll say it again, men and women are the same worldwide. Worldwide. Historically, the same. There has been no culture. There has been no country. There has been no era in history which male psychology and female psychology hasn't been 100% the same. It's only that modern technology has allowed women to express their actual feelings towards men, and that's it. Now, this is as far as we need to go with this. Thank you.